Hello everybody. This is our session of video filming on demonstrating the Gaggia portafilters. The Gaggia portafilters are commercial grade. They have been in two different kinds. Whatever the commercial portafilters for Gaggia, they had a spring and a hollow cup, and the filter basket in the commercial models was the plain with the fully covered basket with holes, and if you look from the bottom or the top, you will see the entire surface is with holes, and this seats inside. The spring inside will hold this tight so that you have to push it to seat it well, and it will not jerk out of its own unless you really have to pull up and nudge it with a screwdriver. I will remove it now because I have to demonstrate some things. Now, Gaggia has for a long time been using a rubber disc. They called it a crema disc or the emulsion disc. Now, I will show you, because I don't have the crema or the emulsion disc because they have discontinued it after several years of use, and many customers, they didn't even know the purpose of that disc. That crema disc had completely filling here the rubber disc that had only one tiny hole. I will show you from the picture of an exploded diagram. This number 4 is the crema disc that used to be in all the Gaggia home model portafilters, because there is no distinction between a commercial portafilter of Gaggia and also the home models. They were the same. But in the home models, Gaggia introduced this crema or emulsion disc to cause the same pressurized extraction. And the good feature about that was that in the entire disc, there was only one small hole. It was 0.6 millimeter in size. So what it did was to create back pressure to 9 bars before it allowed the coffee to go through this single hole. Now, because the single hole had such pressure to go through it at 9 bars, that the coffee would shoot down below, and if this little piece here called the support peg was missing, number 5, then the coffee will shoot out, and through these, the double spout, it will shoot out in the direction horizontally, not dripping into the cup. So they had to restrict that pressure by passing it through this little piece called the support peg and the flow regulator. And it would restrict the flow in only 2 directions, and slowly, because the flashing of that speed with the 9 bar pressure will be reduced, and the espresso will drip along the spout. Now here's how it is done. I have seen a video, someone explaining that if these 2 holes are not aligned, it will not let the espresso come out. What an ignorant statement. This can be dropped in because this is used only in portafilters which have only a single hole outlet. And this peg will drop down. And if you notice, there is, viewing it from here, nothing of that little peg comes out down to be seen here, because what it is doing is it's restricting the flashing of liquid horizontally, and that is what the purpose is. And if someone says the direction of these holes can have to be in a specific alignment, otherwise it will not let the coffee flow through, that's simply ignorant, lack of information. Anyway, we will talk about what we know best and what is helpful. This is the support peg which directs the fluid or the espresso extract to go through here, be coming out of this in speed, but it will be controlled with the sides, and then it will allow to drip in the normal way that espresso comes out from any double spout outflow. We have these available in single and double. You can change this. Original portafilter have been coming with a plastic spout which due to heat becomes brittle and breaks. So you can replace them with these. And the filter basket, this one is the pressurized filter basket, not the regular one. If you see the difference, the internal surface shows as many holes on both, but when you turn it upside down, this is the pressurized one, and there is only one hole in the bottom, which corresponds to the same as it was in the emulsion crema disc. One hole, 0.6 millimeters, and that is what it is here. Now, the crema disc is built into the portafilter, the filter basket. So they have saved the rupture or damage to this rubber disc, and then people were looking for it and it was not available. We recommend, if you have this damaged, you can use the filter basket with the pressurized built, and that crema disc is inside, and this will come with this peg as a set. This set is very difficult to order separately, but we are stocking a few, and is available for purchase. It will be a little expensive because it's very difficult to order and find them. This actually seats right in the center against that hole, so it will receive the coffee in high speed coming out from that hole, and it will be coming out, jetting out from these two holes, but because it is locked inside this deep hole, it won't let the espresso shoot out on the sides. That's as simple as that. I mean, this will seat here. You have a pressurized portafilter. We can know from the sound that is coming that there is a peg inside, and that will collect the espresso to flow in the normal speed. Some customers have some fancy for bottomless portafilter, and that because there is no support for the peg or a hole, and there is no dispensing spouts in the bottom. So the bottomless portafilter is a fancy of some. Doesn't make any sense to me, but who am I? I'm just pointing it out that the bottomless portafilter is available in case anybody wants it. But that will be something I have to sell because people will ask for it. But it's not my fancy. So we have these bottomless portafilter for Gaggia and Faema and for Nova Seminole, Gaggia commercial machines, and Astra, and you name it. We have ordered a few just in case. We don't want to say no to any customer who is asking for it. But it has no practical purpose except to see that the flow of espresso is coming out evenly. Duh, that will also always be even because it is being diffused first from the filter screen in the group and then coming out through this. If the cup is clean, the holes are open, it will be an even flow because the water for espresso is diffused from the filter screen, not here. But because it is coming out from all these holes evenly, it will collect in the center. It will not drip from each flow of each hole. So it will collect in the center and drip in a very thick honey-like fashion. If that is a fancy, be my guest and watch it flow like honey. That's about the portafilters. There is the same in the case of a pressurized portafilter. If you prefer to use it, we have these available. But the method for cleaning, keeping these clean, the filter baskets, you have to make one espresso, the last one, without coffee grounds in it. So it will flush out the disc and keep that 0.6 millimeter hole clean. And that finishes the whole explanation about this. This was very simple. The filter baskets, the regular filter baskets, they are available in single and double size. The single one is for the quantity of 7 to 9 grams, depending on the fineness of the coffee and how hard it is being tamped. The large cup is available in 12 and 14 gram sizes. It is, again, one's individual choice and individual taste, what one would prefer. But I think the standard always for making a single shot of espresso was 7 grams to maximum 9 grams of ground coffee. The tamping and other fineness will determine how much coffee can go in 1 cup, single or double. But that's a fancy of every person who is making a coffee. My standard recommendation is 12 gram for double shot and 7 to 9 grams for the single cup. That's the standard. And I don't even recommend a single shot cup, because it's a botheration to remove the single and use a double and double to single, changing that. It will damage the rim of the portafilter, unless you want to have one portafilter for a single shot and the other one for the double shot like they have in the coffee shops. But in order to have a strong espresso, first is that you can use the pressurized filter baskets, or you can use the double cup. And the strength of espresso is not by the quantity that you want to use, because if you are restricting it to 1.5 ounces or 2 ounces of espresso, the double espresso can be 2.5 ounces, because the quantity of coffee grounds is more. But that's the limit, 2.5 ounces. So if you want to use the double cup with 12 grams of coffee, but if you restrict the flow to 1.5 ounces or 2 ounces, then you are serving a single shot anyway. And that little difference of 2 or 3 grams of extra coffee, that shouldn't make you broke. But that's how I look at it. But feel free to use the single cup or double cup. Single cup, we have a single spout. The double spout also is available. The reason why these spouts are important, because in a home machine, when you lock this portafilter, if it was a commercial spout, it would be a little over here, and it will not have enough room for the cup to go under. And that's why we have these short home model spouts available. You can order them from us. So again, I will end this video by explaining to you the different cleaning and descaling methods. The chemicals, these are coffee cleaner for cleaning the portafilter, the screen, and for back flushing you can use this. You can also use the Cafesa powder for back flushing. The descaler, if you want optimum temperature for espresso, which is 195 to 200 degree Fahrenheit temperature of water, which is theoretically sounds good, but it's very difficult to maintain unless you are regularly descaling the machine, so the boiler will heat the water for optimum temperature required for espresso. Espresso needs a certain basic essential elements. One of them is the freshness of the coffee grounds. It has to be ground 1 cup at a time, because once it is ground, the life of freshness is gone within 10 to 15 seconds, because air and moisture from the air will immediately jump on it to make it rancid. So grind 1 cup at a time. Grind it for the purpose that you are using, whether it is a non-pressurized or a pressurized one. For the pressurized filter basket, you again have to make it like the table salt grain fineness. No finer than that, no coarser than that, and you will only feel it. Don't worry about the grind setting on the grinder. No matter what grinder you are using, it will be the final shape and size of the ground coffee when you feel it. That's the way to set it, even if it sets off the normal recommended setting. The freshness of the grind is 1. Then the size and the uniformity of the grind, whether one likes it or not, I will make the statement here. The flat burr grinders are just grinders because they are flat, and as the bean enters between the two discs, it has to be ground within a split of a second. And that's why the flat burr grinder spins to about 15 or 1600 RPM. And you can imagine the bean getting into the discs, and it has to be ground in a split of a second, and it will go out centrifugally, thrown out. So there is no catch to hold it for uniform grinding. All these grinders, they have to have sharp discs. Grinder discs, and they will be still grinding it okay as per adjustments, but it will not be uniform. I recommend, if you can afford it, to have conical burr grinders. Conical burrs, they seat one into the other, and the aperture that is left as per the grind adjustments that you need, that aperture has no way to allow coffee beans to go through it until it has been crushed and ground to that size. I will demonstrate to you the conical burrs, how they fit into each other, and they guarantee that they not only grind but also grade the grinding.